Okay.
Shooter Drew Barry, one of the finest assist men in the history of this conference. This club just loaded. There's Maddox and Harpering. Both of these teams, I think, are going to go a long way in the NCAA tournament.
They certainly have the potential to do so, and Wake maybe more so than Georgia Tech, just from the standpoint in tournament action, you don't have the home crowd, you're in foreign environments, and because Wake can defend and block shots with Tim Duncan, maybe they can bring their A game a little more often, but Georgia Tech on a tremendous roll right now. They'll be dangerous as well.
First two games, a net 2-point difference. Rutland the lob to Duncan, and Wake has the first two. Here comes Marbury back the other way. Watch the crispness of the passing for Georgia Tech. Leisman to go to work on Duncan. Got a good look but missed his shot. Duncan with a rebound. Ricky Pearl, great outside shooter, although he's missed all 7 tries here in the ACC. Duncan 2 for 2.
All right, TD. That's an alley-oop and a jump hook, and he can go the other way too, folks.
Marbury for 3.
Papers are saying this is just another game. Yeah, right. I know he doesn't believe that.
It's going to be a reach-in foul on Harpering.
I think he was comparing it to the magnitude of the NCAA tournament, but this is special in its own right. Take a look at LaRue setting the strong pick, and because that was a big on little pick, it's difficult to screen, to switch that screen. Here you take a look at the jump hook. Excellent patience, and nobody can get up there and block that shot, with the exception of maybe a guy like Marcus Camby.
Well, if he gets the ball down that low, he's going to have a huge day. Georgia Tech going man-to-man. Rutland kicks it to LaRue. Nice ball fake and got it. 6-3. Wake has hit all 3 shots from the floor.
Look at the spacing of Georgia Tech.
Harpering burst down the lane. Duncan got a piece.
Well, the spacing allows for a drive like that, but against Wake, you have to be ready to pull up for your mid-range stuff because Duncan is there at the goal.
And it allows the perimeter defenders to be much more aggressive. You know, the big guys waiting. Duncan hits another one and the foul.
Mike, you knew coming in that this would be a closely contested game, but if you had to give one team an edge, it would be Wake because of this guy right here, Tim Duncan. He's shown us 3 ways he can hurt you. Actually 4. He's already blocked a shot, and he scored from both sides of the basket in the low post. You really can't defend him, especially as you made the point, if he catches the ball that deep. You've got to bump him and try to get him out of that comfort zone in and around the mid-post area.
Duncan converts the 3-point play, 9-3 Wake.
The guy that's taller than him and just as quick.
Maddox over Allen, and Duncan has just dominated the glass 3 boards already. Rusty LaRue couldn't handle the bullet pass from Rutland, had him for an easy layup.
A touch behind him, but it was very catchable. LaRue thinking about trying to score before he caught it. And Tim Duncan out of the gates in a hurry.
Pretty good start for 2.5 minutes.
Oh, man. Let's do quick math and project that out over 40 minutes because you know that's how much he's going to play.
Oh, absolutely. Drew Barry for 3. 4 boards for Duncan. He may have a double-double before we're through with 10 minutes. Hasn't shot a 3 yet or led to fast break. Is probably coming. Nice entry pass to Allen against Maddox. Good block by who has the rebound. Rutland backs up behind the three. Holy cow, what a start.
Georgia Tech may need a timeout or a real good shot to go down. Sometimes a coach doesn't want to feed into the frenzy of the crowd by calling a timeout, but they need a good solid possession here.
Maddox fouled by Allen. May have been bailed out on that call because he was in a tough spot low on the baseline. Wake has hit 6 of 7 shots.
All of their shots have been of a high-quality variety, though. And you've heard me say it before, but shooting percentage a function of the kinds of shots you get. And Wake has gotten a couple inside for Duncan and wide-open perimeter shots for Rutland and LaRue.
Here's a holding foul.
What an asset to have when your leading shot blocker and rebounder can take it rack to rack. He doesn't go quite the distance, but he pushes it ahead and then hits Rutland for the open three-point shot in transition.
We've got a timeout on the court. Wake on an early roll for the title.
I never wore black. Most dangerous shampoo always left flakes. So I switched. Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch with aloe moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue. Selsun Blue.
So what'd you have for dinner? A pound of fried chicken, mashed potatoes, corn and pudding. You? A sliver of trout, frisked with lemon, and baby carrots!
Should have had Hungry Man from Swanson. A whole pound of the good hearty food that men love. Hungry Man, it's good to be full.
Right?
Inside every can of Minwax is the secret to enhancing wood's natural beauty. Minwax's rich wood stains and long-lasting protective finishes make it easy to turn any house into a beautiful home. Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful.
Here's a fun fact. Erected in 1963, the walnut stands 15 feet high.
I'll be in the car.
Go where you want with your free weekend from Avis.
Orca! Orca! Oh, I love Orca.
I thought you loved the humpback.
I recently changed my mind.
But I thought we established that the Orca was mine. Now rent for a week and get a free weekend to use later. Find our lowest prices at Avis.com.
Basketball, and no one's got college hoops covered like ESPN News. From the men's and women's conference championships to the Big Dance to the Final Four, ESPN News delivers the scores, stats, highlights, and expert analysis. Every tournament, every game, plus post-game interviews and news conferences. The perennial beasts, the Cinderellas, and every team in between. Your source throughout March for end-to-end coverage of college hoops is ESPN News.
Every Wednesday night, live games are on ESPN Classic. Warning, do not adjust your television. We're turning back the clock. Throwback graphics, announcers, maybe even retro fans. Far out, man. Tonight, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers take on Chris Thomas and Notre Dame. It's a Big East battle, beamed live to your couch, old school style. Turn back the clock, live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN Classic.
Wake with a near perfect start through 4 minutes, 14-3 over Georgia Tech. These teams rolled through the first 2 rounds here in Greensboro. Duncan with 41 points and 34 boards in the first 2 games. For Georgia Tech, Matt Harpring and Marbury have led the way in scoring. Drew Berry averaging 7 assists a game. We joked about Tim Duncan's start. 7 points and 5 rebounds in 4 minutes. That would project out to 70 points, 50 rebounds, and 10 block shots for the game. I'm sure that'd be a sight to see. Georgia Tech hopes it doesn't go that way.
Well, they've got to get better pressure on the perimeter, and then they've got to bump Duncan off the block. And obviously, it's much easier for me to say that from here than it is for them to do it out there.
Maddox nearly lost control. Berry for three. Elisman tried to keep it alive.
And that's another point I'd like to make, too. Tech 1 for 7 from the floor. But when you don't make shots against Wake, you typically don't get second shots. I mean, Tim Duncan is a vacuum around the defensive glass.
That was the first time anybody from Georgia Tech even got a finger on one.
Exactly.
Pearl trying to go low, but he walked. Larry Rose, Dick Paparo, Frank Scagliotta, the officials today. They get the honor of doing the ACC Championship game. Dave Odom, ACC Coach of the Year, 3 of the last 5 years, trying to repeat as ACC Tournament champions for the first time since '82 when Carolina did it. Wake did it back in '61 and '62. Harpring, good look at the bucket and drained it.
Matt Harpring is like a heat pump, always running and very efficient. He's constant motion, and it's not wasted. I mean, this guy scores it inside, can take it off the dribble, and can get to the hole.
Rutland takes the shot when he's left. Ricky Pearl with a rebound. Rutland dumps it low. Now Duncan out at the high post. Wake, a good passing team. They don't turn it over very often. Rusty LaRue hits the three. 17-5. They've got 3 of the best three-point shooters in the country.
And the best post-up guy in the country. And that is a lethal combination.
Harpring brings it back outside. You don't see any panic on the face of Georgia Tech. They've been in this spot before.
Good call.
Shot clock at 9. Nice drive by Berry. Too strong, and Duncan just sweeps it. Ahead to Pearl. Couldn't make the catch in stride, so he tries the pull-up jumper.
Mike, these fellas are really hooping right now. I mean, if it continues like this, Georgia Tech doesn't have a chance. I mean, they are operating at the highest level in every phase of the game.
8 out of 10 from the floor. Georgia Tech's job right now just to survive for a while. Marbury for 3. That'll help you survive.
But we know based on the regular season, Georgia Tech has shown the ability to come back.
And they believe in themselves.
Exactly.
Great deal.
Well said. Confidence is a big part of being able to dig out of holes. The other part is having weapons that can make plays, and we know they've got those.
Elisman on Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Rutland's going to have to force one. I was going to say if that one went in, Georgia Tech might as well have just left. Allen commits the foul. Let's go to Gary Danielson. Gary?
Mike, I'm with Cheryl Lowry, sister of Tim Duncan. Cheryl, I know you helped him with his swimming, but did you help him with that drop step and the pivot also?
No, I don't think so. That belongs to my husband.
Oh, really? And how's our Tim really enjoys playing basketball, I know, but does he miss swimming?
He still does it when he comes home. Mostly at the beach, not in the pool anymore.
And how many games do you get to watch?
All the ones that are broadcasted on TV. This is my first ACC game, though.
All right, Mike.
All right, thanks, Gary. And Cheryl's got to be loved it so far.
Cheryl and her dad. I got a chance to meet both of them yesterday, and their smiles light up the building. And Wake Forest is doing much the same.
That was a 2 for Duncan. He has 9 points, and it's 21-8.
You know, if you're Georgia Tech, the key thing here is just to maintain your poise. And they've done that. They've got to make their shot. They're capable of going on runs, too. You just can't figure that Wake is going to continue to play this well.
Marbury tries another 3. That's his 3rd in a row.
Young fella. The eye of the tiger.
Maybe to him it is just another game.
I was just thinking the same thing. Just thinking the same thing. He's a winner, though, and determined. You talk to Bobby Crimmins about him, and those are the two traits that he talks about with Stephon Marbury. He's determined, and he's a winner.
Likes him as a person, too, doesn't he? Allen had it blocked by Elisma. The foul on Eddie Elisma, his first.
Well, Tim Duncan has had a fabulous start. He's done it inside and showing you great range there. He feels good about it, and so does his dad and his sister. Look at that smile. You talk about pride and a broad, happy grin.
He's got really an odd release when he takes that jump shot. Holds the ball out in front of him and actually moves it to the left of the center of his body and sort of shoots cross-handed.
Well, the main thing, it's like a golf swing. You can have all kind of hitches before you get down into the impact area. As long as you're right there, and it's much the same with the shooter. If you're right when you release it and follow through, then all the herky-jerky motions prior to that really don't make a big difference.
I've got the hits part down.
I heard you had the result part down, too.
Thank goodness for handicaps. Harpring, Allen comes out on him. 10-point lead. Harpring nearly lost it in the corner. What a difference a day makes for Georgia Tech. They're not turning the ball over the way they did yesterday against Maryland. Of course, Maryland ran that tremendous pressure defense. Shot clock at 7. Marbury, that may have been out of his range. Harpring with a rare offensive rebound against Wake. And Harpring will try his jumper and hit it. That's a tough kid there.
Oh, he's tough as they come. His football background clearly on display every time he takes the court because he never gets worn down. As I talk about football, we've got a guy who can throw it a little bit. Rusty LaRue handling the orange right now.
He was used to getting pounded in the pocket, too. 21-14.
How about this, Mike? Georgia Tech down big. Wake has played as well as they can play. It's a 7-point game.
Played as well as anybody can.
Exactly.
That's the value of the three.
And no question about it.
Harpring going to be called for a foul. That's 2 on Matt Harpring. We've got a timeout on the court. 10:32 to go, first half. 21-14, Wake.
Different tastes. Different personalities, same insurance company. At Geico, we insure all types of riders. Geico, one call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too.
Who is that? I think that's her brother.
Same family,
Nice bike.
different bikes, same insurance company. Geico, one call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too.
Hi, I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. Welcome to a new generation of Wrangler.
New fits, new fabrics, new styles. Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler.
I like my men strong, smart, sexy, and a safe distance away from my stuff. Come on, guys, it's time to face skincare like a man. Introducing a new line of skincare from Gillette, the people who know a man's face best. It's as easy as wash, shave, protect. You see, as long as you stay a safe distance away from my stuff, I just might stay dangerously close to you. Gillette, the best a man can get.
On the last dream job.
He's the man right now.
He's had an excellent season.
Over the two times,
y'all did not get the job done. America cuts Gerald Wilkins.
This week, no one is safe as the pressure rises. Dream Job, an all-new episode, Sunday night at 10 on ESPN.
Wheel Classics Extra. Sports Flicks plus info and facts about the movie and its stars. Sunday, James Earl Jones.
I'm in the prime of my life.
Stars in The Great White Hope. Wheel Classics Extra, 8 Eastern Sunday on ESPN Classic.
Turn back the clock, live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight.
Invacare, the world leader in home health care products, helps people get out and live their lives again. Invacare's complete line of powered mobility products are all designed to be comfortable, stylish, and easy to maneuver. Rediscover the fun you thought was long gone.
Hi, I'm Arnold Palmer with great news from Invacare. It's easier to get around than ever before. Invacare says, yes, you can. Do yourself a favor and call the number on your screen.
Call Mobility Products Unlimited today for a free information kit about any one of Invacare's powered mobility products. Call toll-free at 1-800-585-2497. That's 1-800-585-2497. You may qualify to apply for Medicare coverage or other insurance. We work with you to handle all the details. Call now to find out which Invacare Power Wheelchair is best for you. Call Mobility Products Unlimited today at 1-800-585-2497. Call now.
So far, it's been all Wake Forest and Tim Duncan, but they only lead by 7 as Georgia Tech has knocked down threes. But take a look at the All-American Tim Duncan. Poise equals production. Great footwork down low. Now, a nice screen from LaRue, and then the alley-oop. Conserved his energy there. And then the nice post-up gets Elisma out of the way, draws the foul on Maddox, and now he shows you his long-range ability. He can't do much more than that, and his family, his dad and his sister, applauding the magnificent start for Tim Duncan.
The numbers on Duncan so far, 9.7 rebounds, couple of assists. Remember at the start of the year, he led this team in assists, still averages 3.5 a game.
I love what Dave Odom said about him yesterday in our telecast. We had a little soundbite from Coach Odom, and he talked about Duncan being aggressive in his own way. So often people say, they look at him and they say, well, he should be taking over more. He should be more aggressive. But you watch him, he's very intense and very aggressive within his own personality. And that's so, that again is attributable to his poise, I think, Mike.
Absolutely. Duncan traveled. First mistake he's made all day. Oh, you're right. He doesn't.
He's not trying to impress anybody.
He's not out there slobbering and breathing fire. He just buries you with his talent.
Right. And there's some fire burning underneath as well. He just doesn't show it like other folks do.
Saunders, another long-range weapon. This is Elisma. Let's see if they'll try to challenge Duncan again inside at all.
If they are going to challenge him, Elisma has to turn and face him.
Elisma goes over the top, commits the foul, trying for the follow. 2 on Eddie Elisma. And the 15th foul against Georgia Tech. The Deacons have committed 3.
Stephon Marbury, nice little banana cut there. But the reason he missed this one, Tim Duncan was in the neighborhood. Anytime you get around that rack, if you're a Georgia Tech player, you're thinking about where is the big fella and how quick can he get there.
Maddox on him. Now Rutland for 3 over Marbury. Tony Rutland has hit 2 from long range. He has 6 points to lead back to 10.
You know who's assisted on both of his hoops, don't you?
Yes, sir.
TD, Tim Duncan.
He is a very unselfish player, and when he passes the ball out, normally he hits the guy right where he wants the ball to get the shot. Got a piece of that one and came away with it. Harpering is going to come back in the ball game. Got a free press.
Boy, I talked about maybe some of the complimentary players stepping up. Well, the star has shown brightly so far.
Yeah.
Actually, for both squads, I mean, Marbury has been the key guy helping to keep Georgia Tech close.
Loose ball. It'll be a jump ball and go to Georgia Tech on the possession arrow.
Tim Duncan has 3 assists already, 2 of them to Tony Rutland. Rutland's here. Help's going to come. Marbury's going to come in there, and then the pass is going to go right out there, folks. See, Marbury cheats inside, and that leaves Rutland alone, and Duncan finds him. Mark it up. Let's go back.
After the turnover with a 10-point lead, here comes Marbury. Jerry Braswell, number 25, Goolsby, number 5, are in for Wake Forest. Turnaround jumper by Maddox. Took it right at the big fella.
Sweet
Maddox
take.
is very aggressive inside.
And I think he can do great damage down there, but he has kind of a laid-back personality, and I think that keeps him from going in there and doing the work he's capable of down in the paint.
Barry nearly got the steal. Wake up by 8 with the basketball.
Maddox and Duncan battling inside. Tough matchup for Maddox. He needs help from his teammates to put pressure on the basketball.
Shot clock at 4, and they lost it out of bounds.
Good job defensively by Georgia Tech.
Marbury was all over Rutland. Timeout, 7:43 to go first half. An 8-point lead for Dave Odom and the Deacons.
ESPN Classic caps off Black History Month with 3 days of excitement from America's oldest black college conference, the Ford CIAA Tournament Live. Who will bring down the house? What team will win it all? It's a must-see event. 60 years of high-flying hoops continues as this year's top teams look to elevate the tradition. The 2005 Ford CIAA Basketball Tournament Live. Coverage starts 1 Eastern Thursday on ESPN Classic.
In the NHL's first year, Joe Malone emerges as a star. At age 26, he scores 44 goals in the 22-game schedule, a season record that's finally broken in 1945 when Maurice Richard scores 50 goals in a 50-game schedule. Phantom Joe says, "I didn't have the hardest shot in the world, but I was where the puck was going most of the time." That was March 2nd, 1918.
Mr. Rodriguez, big game tonight, huh?
New York? Pressure? No sweat. Speed Stick 24/7 has sweat and odor fighters for maximum protection 24/7.
So, Alex, just one home run tonight?
Tough town. Speed Stick 24/7. Maximum protection 24/7. By men.
Sorry.
No sweat. It's only my new plasma TV.
You must really be jealous.
New and improved Dr. Scholl's Massage and Gel insoles. More cushioning. Outrageous comfort. To start gelling, see the doctor. Dr. Scholl's.
You paid for 300 horses. Are you sure you're getting all of them? Introducing new Q from Quaker State. Q's patented heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than any conventional oil. To help maximize power. And let all your horses come out. New Q from Quaker State. Unleash all your horses.
So these are the roads.
I'll have the special.
Don't have a special.
Well, what can I get you?
I'll have the special.
You're one of the
Don't go left.
for whom they were made, the rules of the road.
No.
Then suddenly this,
Nice place. I think I'll do a cannonball.
don't do a snowball.
Fairfield Edge. For travelers who know.
Welcome back to the ACC Championship in Greensboro. Wake Forest with the big early lead. Georgia Tech cutting into it 24-16. We have 7:43 to go first half. Mike Patrick, Clark Kellogg, Gary Danielson, our entire ESPN crew with you. The rebounding edge, as you might expect, has belonged to Wake Forest throughout the tournament. A plus 29 through 2 1/4 games.
Yeah, and the point you made about the rebounding is an excellent one as it affects Georgia Tech. They want to run a little bit, but when Wake scores as often as they have, there are no defensive rebounds and they can't run. And on the other hand, if Georgia Tech misses a shot, because Wake Forest has been so dominant on the defensive glass, there are no second shot opportunities. So nothing real easy for Georgia Tech.
Takes away an awful lot of their game. The things they're very good at, although this may be the best half-court offense I've ever seen out of a Bobby Crimmins team.
Well, again, when you've got 3 weapons like they have that have tremendous versatility, they create matchup problems. And then you factor in the improvement of Eddie Alisma, and you talk about Maddox, who can hurt you if you disregard him.
Sure.
It just becomes a very difficult half-court team to handle.
Maddox has Duncan now. And if that's on Maddox, a hold, it's his second.
That means he and Harpering both with 2 right now.
And Alisma with 2.
Oh, my, that could be real crucial.
Might see Bucky Hodge getting the warm-ups off in a hurry, along with Juan Gaston. LaRue with a rainbow. It's a 2. But the lead is back to 10. LaRue has really improved his ability. He was just strictly a standstill jump shooter. Now he can move and dribble.
solid observation. He doesn't have to just catch it and shoot it now. He could shoot it off the move and off a couple of dribbles.
Maddox, nice fake. Harpring for three.
You and I were talking during the break, Mike, and we both don't think Georgia Tech can win this game if they only get perimeter shots. Now, again, the three-point shot is an unbelievable weapon and equalizer, but I'd have to think they've got to get some stuff in transition, and they need to get some stuff inside off penetration.
I believe they have one shot inside of 17 feet that they've made today. That was Maddox at the baseline.
Nice little penetration and pitch, kind of pseudo-penetration there. Maddox got by his guy just enough to create a little bit of help and then was able to pitch it to Harpring.
Tech hanging in there, 5 out of 9 from three-point range. Offensive foul called on Marbury. Good interior defense by Wake Forest. Allen will go out. Ricky Peral will come back in. That was the 7th team foul against Georgia Tech, so they're in the bonus already. The Deacons have committed only 3.
Well, you know, we always like to keep an eye on the free throw game. That's one of the games within the game, and when Wake Forest is able to win that, they win just about all the time.
They are 3rd in the conference in free throw shooting at 70.5, but in conference play alone, they're up near 75%. Allen, a 70% free throw shooter, will go to the line. 1-and-1. And there you see the comparison between non-ACC games where they really struggled and what they've done during the ACC season. 75%. Any team's going to take that. The lead is 8. Allen going for his second. Rimmed out. Harpring gets it to Marbury. Run a screen for Saunders. And we've got a foul away from the ball. I believe it's Goolsby with a hold. The men's tournament selection special, 6:27 Eastern. We'll find out all about the field, followed by the women's NCAA selection special. And as Marbury scores, only the 2nd interior basket they've had in the entire game. 27-21. Looky here. Georgia Tech within 6. Duncan out high.
Georgia Tech's been all man-to-man. They've been known to throw a little triangle and 2 at other teams. But when you've got an inside guy like Duncan and shooters like Peral and LaRue and Goolsby and Rutland, you can't play gimmick defenses. You've just got to determine if you're going to try to play man-to-man and then try to pick your poison.
Maddox will try a 3. He's got the range. Wake Forest is shooting 80% from the floor, 12 out of 15, and Georgia Tech has crawled back within 5. How about that?
And they can't run away from the Yellow Jackets.
No. Duncan gets it low. Finally missed his shot, got a rebound, and saved it. Double teamed at the baseline and stepped out of bounds. Georgia Tech's poise has been a huge key in this. A lot of teams would have gone, oh my goodness.
You're exactly right.
Happened?
But you made the point earlier. This is a team that has won 9 straight. This is a team that has come back in a number of conference games to win. So the confidence factor is what leads to having the poise to stay within yourself, even though the other team is playing on fire in the first 8 or 9 minutes of the game.
LaRue with a travel. That is the 8th turnover against Wake Forest, and they have done Georgia Tech a couple of favors in the last 5 minutes. The big 3 and their teammates have come to play. Harpring against Peral. Gives up a couple of inches, and Peral got a piece of it. Rutland hustles. Knocked away from behind, but right to LaRue. Duncan tries for the follow. Doesn't get it. Got it the 2nd time.
He's not aggressive. Come again, folks. That's a double-double already.
13 points, 11 boards with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Wake showing a little zone now. But if you show zone, you need to make sure you tag shooters.
Marbury doesn't get this one. Saunders with a rebound.
And then the other thing about the zone, no individual blockout responsibilities.
Saunders left alone, going for the runner. Short Duncan just owns the boards.
All his.
31-24, Rutland looks over to Dave Odom. Rutland for three, way out.
That's just what they called, Mike. They wanted to get that shot for Tony Rutland on that side of the floor. You saw Dave Odom signal it, and they executed it beautifully.
34-24. Rutland has hit 3 threes. Barry open for three. Goes to Harper instead. Now back to Barry. Three. Won't go. Duncan may get 40 rebounds before this is over. He has 12 already. Rutland. He is on fire. Four out of 5 for Rutland. The lead is back to 13. 20-second timeout for Georgia Tech. Oh, what a sequence for the Deacons. Challenged by the Jackets, and they just explode again.
7-0 run by the Yellows by Wake Forest after it got to within 5. Actually, 8-0 run. There you take a look at the screen here, set by Goolsby, and there's Rutland right in this area. And Dave Odom called this play. He was adamant and demonstrative about let's go to the left side and run it for Tony.
You really have to hand it to Rutland. When Randolph Childress was here a year ago, Childress was the main focus of the outside game, and now Rutland has had to become the point guard and a scorer from outside. He's done a great job.
He really has.
Maddox will try a three. Off of Ricky Peral, out of bounds to Georgia Tech. We've got a timeout on the court. 2:20 to go in the first half. Wake by 13.
In the NHL's first year, Joe Malone emerges as a star. At age 26, he scores 44 goals in the 22-game schedule, a season record that's finally broken in 1945 when Maurice Richard scores 50 goals in a 50-game schedule. Phantom Joe says, "I didn't have the hardest shot in the world, but I was where the puck was going most of the time." That was March 2nd, 1918.
Last year, when you bought a bag of Baby Ruth, you got a free game of bowling. Another bag? Another free game. Millions of free games were given away. And this year, we're doing it again. That's right. There are millions and millions more free games of bowling in the return of the Baby Ruth free bowling giveaway. Hurry in and pick up specially marked bags of fun size, 10-packs, and minis, and get your free game today.
I'm okay.
Baby Ruth from Nestle, the real deal.
There are riding mowers, and then there's the edge cutting system. Only John Deere gives you the edge. With your John Deere dealer behind you and dependability beneath you, you'll always have a John Deere yard to look forward to. Nothing runs like a Deere. Now get a free cart with select John Deere tractors.
Chicken selects from McDonald's. Smell that. They want us to think they smell like that.
They do smell like that.
Yeah, all part of the plan. It's a brilliant, elaborate scheme.
That is not going to work. Okay, fine. Let's see what happens, okay? Excuse me. Would you like to try some chicken selects?
Those are good. She's obviously a plant. She's good.
Every Wednesday night, live games are on ESPN Classic. Warning, do not adjust your television. We're turning back the clock. Throwback graphics, announcers, maybe even retro fans.
Far out, man.
Tonight, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers take on Chris Thomas and Notre Dame. It's a Big East battle, beamed live to your couch, old school style. Turn back the clock, live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN Classic.
Wake Forest has built his lead back up, 37-24, 2:20 to go in the half, Clark.
An 8-0 run after Georgia Tech had cut it to within 5. And look at the balance of the shot chart. The orange balls indicate made hoops, folks. The white ones obviously are missed shots. And what you've got here is plenty around the three-point line, obviously, and then a bunch graped up inside.
They've hit 5 out of 6 from long range. Rutland with 4 out of 5. Georgia Tech shooting very well from long range. 6 out of 13, but that withers in comparison to 5 out of 6.
And then the other thing is, if we had a shot chart for Georgia Tech, I don't know if you see any grapes inside.
Very few.
You might see a lot of white. Yeah, you might see a lot of white circles inside.
Harpring tries one from long range. Duncan rips down another one. 13 boards.
That's more than Georgia Tech has. Actually, that's twice as many as Georgia Tech has as a team.
He's going for what Marty Aronoff calls that vision test double-double, the 2020.
I like that. That's elite company at any level when you do the 2020 deal.
Goolsby with a miss. Perall with a follow.
How about the tip by Duncan? You ought to give him an assist on that. I don't know if they will officially give him one, but that was an intentional play. I mean, he controlled it and threw it and tapped it ahead to Ricky Perall.
39-24. Critical time here for Georgia Tech. They really need to cut into this lead. Marbury, nice move down the lane, had it blocked. That may have been Perall instead of Duncan. Rutland nearly threw it away, saved by LaRue. Perall walked.
Let's take a look at that last play by Tim Duncan. Shot by LaRue, I think Goolsby actually. Now Duncan knows he can't get it, but he knew Perall was there.
That's beautiful.
That really is. That's tremendous basketball. Look at this line, folks. Look at this line. No, we haven't even gotten to the, is it the Delta Foster today? Halftime report? Not this week, not today.
Oh, no.
But we haven't even gotten to halftime is the point. That's the point. And he's got, what is he at, 15 and 14?
15 and 14. We still have 45 seconds left.
Man.
Harpring gets to the baseline, had it blocked by Perall. Duncan comes up with this one. 15-point lead and a chance to go for virtually the last shot of the half.
20-second timeout here to do just that. Diagram the halftime, the last second shot here.
Coming up at the halftime, Chris Digger and Dick all in the studio. We'll take a look at the Big 8 Championship, preview the SEC title game, and talk about teams on the bubble. This is one of the most nervous times for coaches in that situation. Even the ones that have great records, they're not going to believe it till they hear it.
Right, exactly. And then you want to know, when you do know you're in, you want to know what your seeding is, who you're going to play, where you're going to have to go. It really is an anxious moment, but a fun and exciting moment. And fellas back there in the studio, Tim Duncan making a statement about maybe player of the year in the country. Now, I know my man Dick has hyped up Marcus Camby all year long, and with good case.
Justifiable.
No question about it, but you certainly have to make a case for Tim Duncan as well.
Marbury on Rutland, 21 seconds to go in the half. Perall ready with a high screen. Harpring switches to Rutland. Rutland leans inside one. Goolsby has the offensive rebound. That's the half. Textbook basketball for the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest, who scored inside and outside and leave Bobby Crimmins and his club shaking their heads down 15. That's the first half from Greensboro.
utility, even when you really don't. The 7-seat SRX Performance Utility. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
High endurance body wash. Get clean, feel clean, smell great.
Hi.
William, get out of the shower. Can you hear me in there?
High endurance body wash from Old Spice.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
Orange Cream Slush. Sonic's got it, others don't. Indulge in the dreamy taste of fruity orange and cool vanilla, blended together into a refreshing drink escape. Sonic's Orange Cream Slush treat. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Sunday nights on ESPN Classic. Experience your favorite sports movies in a whole new way. It's Real Classics Extra. While you're watching these classic sports flicks, our bottom line is giving you info, facts, and just about anything you ever wanted to know about the movie and its stars. Sunday, James Earl Jones.
I'm in the prime of my life.
Stars in The Great White Hope. Real Classics Extra, 8 Eastern Sunday on ESPN Classic.
What are you setting your sights on? And when you see it, will you be ready? Just pick up the phone, dial 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll get this free DVD. You'll learn about the hundreds of opportunities the Army can offer you. Skills, education, healthcare. Call 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll also get this free Boonie hat. Whatever you're looking for, the Army can help you find it.
Every day, Progressive does something that's, well, progressive. They have this ticker that shows their car insurance rates and their top competitors. Right now on Progressive.com, you can see actual rates that people are getting. Sometimes Progressive is the lowest. Sometimes they're not. Hey, if they're this helpful when you're shopping for car insurance, imagine how they'll be once you're a customer.
At the half of the ACC Championship game, 39-24, Clark, it has been the Tim Duncan show.
It certainly has been. He's been accused of being low profile and high power. Today, he has been high power and high profile, showing you his whole package today. Down in the low box, the nice little jump hook. Turn to that left shoulder, extension, release, mark it up. Excellent vision here. Look at the eyes, folks. Now tell me that's not an assist. Look, he's looking right at Ricardo Peral. This is an assist. I don't know if they credited him with one here or not, but in my book, that is a dime and a beautiful dime. And then here, the long-range J. Little quirky stroke, but the result, nothing but bottom. And he felt good about that long-distance J. You know the thing about him? I think he sees himself as a basketball player. He doesn't want to be pigeonholed into a position. At the next level, he'll be a combination 4 or 5 guy. He'll play center and he'll play some power forward. But I think what really makes him special is he's a bass. He can handle it. He wants to pass. He wants to make the right plays. I mean, he's just a special talent.
LaRue inside the line with a miss. Eddie Elisma only with his second rebound of the game. Georgia Tech got within 5, but didn't score in the last 5:15 of the first half after that. Marbury, Elisma, Barry. Maddox for 3. LaRue with a rebound.
Georgia Tech was out-rebounded 23-7 in that first half. In large part because they didn't get any kind of penetration. So all of the shots were from the perimeter, and that allowed Wake with Tim Duncan in there to clean up the defensive glass.
Duncan, a little fadeaway, won't go. Elisma with a board. Duncan on the verge of setting tournament and single-game rebounding records in the ACC that go all the way back to 1955 for Ronnie Shavlik.
Well, I think they've really got to see.
Maddox, nice play.
Good strong move. One of the few inside opportunities for Georgia Tech. But in addition to doing some of that, Mike, they need their senior leader, Drew Barry, to step up and get off this half.
for the steal against LaRue. With the inability to run, Barry only had 2 assists in the first half. Wake shot lights out, so they can't get any fast breaks going, where they get a lot of their points. And now they're trying to trap, putting pressure on, and a bad pass by Rutland. Here comes Harpering back the other way. Tries the pull-up jumper and hit it.
Well done. Good decision there by Harpering.
Georgia Tech gets the first 4 of the half. Here come the Jackets again. Bobby Crimmins knew he had to apply some defensive pressure and is doing just that. Peral comes outside to help. Allen backing in on Maddox.
Boy, nice double
team.
Good job.
Ricky Peral, first 3 in the ACC tournament. Through the regular season, he was number 2 in the country, over 50% from long range, but had struggled early. 42-28. That was a big stopper to kill momentum.
And one of those rally wreckers, I like to call them.
Harpering penetrates, can't get it over Duncan, and Tim comes out with another rebound. His 16th. The single game record in an ACC championship is 21. Duncan. Maddox got a piece of him, but not enough. If he makes the free throw, he'll have 16 and 16 so far.
Well, here you see him on the move, catch, sees the daylight, and then goes hard to the right. Ready to take the contact, knew it was coming, and then went strong to the cup. There you look at a guy who's loving what he's doing. Really starting to have passion for the game.
Missed the free throw. The lead is back to 16 points. Barry goes baseline, little pull-up J, won't go. Harpering couldn't keep it alive. Allen with a rebound and the foul on Drew Barry.
We'll take a look at Drew. He has yet to score. Was 0 of 1. I'm sorry, it was 0 of 4, and now is 0 of 5 for the game. And he does have 3 assists, but they need his number. Well, I mentioned that Tim Duncan starting to show passion. I think he's always had passion for the game. Maybe a little more demonstrative on occasion and showing it is what I really wanted to say there.
But as we pointed out through the tournament, that doesn't mean he is not giving you every ounce of energy on every play, because he is. Allen nearly lost it, now does. Barry on the run with Marbury. Marbury scores and the foul. Huge play from Stephon Marbury.
That's where his strength comes into play. Good push of the ball by Barry. Good spacing in transition. And again, one of the few transition opportunities for Tech. Created by the turnover. Nice job by Barry to get it to him right when he did. And then Peral late getting there, never really able to establish position. And Marbury with that explosion. Strong off 2 feet. Great concentration. And gets the hoop to fall, plus the harm.
Marbury trying to convert the 3 and does. You mentioned Barry getting him the ball at the right time. That's one of his strengths, knowing when to give a guy the
Exactly. That's how you pile up those assists.
And he does. First Tech free throw of the game. They're back within 13. 15:57 to go. Rutland tries a tough 3 over Marbury. Peral with a long rebound. And Rutland says, why not?
They don't want to give this championship up, Mike. They want to make history. They want to be one of the few ACC teams to say we did it back-to-back in the tournament.
Tony Rutland has 5 threes and 15 points.
We talked about him at the top as being one of those other guys that could step up. But I didn't know both him and Duncan would have superlative efforts.
15:41 to go in the championship game.
Tonight, Rutgers battles Notre Dame live on ESPN Classic. And you'll see it old school style. Throwback graphics, announcers, maybe even retro fans. Turn back the clock live. Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN Classic.
From the network that brought you Desperate Housewives and Lost.
This guy almost got you killed.
He stopped me from getting killed.
The next drama that will have everyone talking. Blind Justice premieres Tuesday, March 8th, only on ABC.
Howdy, folks. Pretty impressive, huh? 20,000 drivers choosing Eastwood Insurance every single month. There's another one. Of course, if you think these numbers are impressive, check out this one. Rates start at just $39 a month, which is probably why all those drivers choose Eastwood every month. So call Eastwood Insurance today at 1-800-468-LESS. People, please, pace yourselves.
Hey, hi, you want to save money on gas? How about 10%?
Huh?
How'd you like a $25 Marathon cash card, too? Get the Marathon Platinum MasterCard from Chase and receive a 10% rebate. That's about 18 cents a gallon. Plus, you get that $25 Marathon cash card. Here's an application.
Sure.
Thanks. I gotta go. I need it on pump 5.
I have 4 degrees. I have 2 associates, 2 bachelors. I'm an honor graduate from all 4 programs. At ITT Tech, I learned team building skills, speech. I needed new technology, new ideas for a changing market. I think my timing was perfect. My company is currently going through a transition, and I'm part of that transition. I enjoy my job very much. My family is happy and proud of me. I've even motivated some members of my family to return to school. My education at ITT Tech was the right decision for me. I still continue to study and read. There are still more places I want to go.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-942-0099 or visit us on the web. Take advantage of our new programs that include on-campus and flexible online courses to better fit your busy lifestyle. Call 1-800-942-0099 today.
Well, if we're talking about Wake Forest, we've got to be featuring the big fella, strong to the rack, +1. And Tony Rutland, his partner in crime, doing it from deep. This is the second in the same possession from behind the arc. He missed the initial one, but it looks to me as though these Demon Deacons not to be denied, at least so far.
Duncan, 15 and 16 inside. Rutland has hit 5 of 7 threes, shooting with great confidence. And the one thing that gets lost often for Wake Forest, they are a very good defensive team. They are 6th in the nation in scoring defense, and that adds to Georgia Tech's woes.
Well, in all of the conference games, Georgia Tech shot sub 40%, or right around 40%, 3 times. Twice it happened against Wake Forest.
And they're shooting 34% today.
And another point to make, only Stephon Marbury of the Georgia Tech key players has scored his average against Wake Forest in the 2 prior meetings.
Barry can't hit the long 3, and another rebound. 17 for Tim Duncan. Rutland, pull-up jumper over Marbury. And Marbury with a loose ball. The lead 16, Georgia Tech has to start cutting into it. And Barry throws it past the cutting Marbury.
Drew is really struggling. Nothing easy. And the point you made about the inability of Tech to get into the transition game, I think that fuels Drew's game to a certain degree. And he's been unable to get anything really going in transition. And in the half court, they've really done a nice job chesting him up and staying in front of him.
They need for Wake Forest to miss a few shots so they can get the rebound and run. But they don't.
Well, how are you going to play Wake Forest? Rutland will hurt you outside along with LaRue and Perrault. Duncan, if you play him one-on-one, he's impossible to stop down there.
Pick your poison.
Exactly.
Wake Forest is playing the way they played earlier in the year when they looked virtually unbeatable before they had the slump. Duncan to Rutland. And Rutland goes down hard. Harpering got a piece of him on the way by. It looked like Harpering got all ball, even though Rutland went down hard. The Wake Forest fans didn't like the call.
I think Rutland just came down awkwardly, and it appeared that maybe he got bumped when maybe he just created the fall himself.
About the only thing that hasn't gone well for the Deacons here in Greensboro. They've taken a lot of grief for those new shoes.
Well, believe me, folks, it's never the shoes. It's not the equipment. It's what's in them. And you take a look. There it is right there. I don't know if he wrenched his ankle or sprained the knee there or maybe caught a cramp midstream. Let's take a look from another angle. Wanting to explode.
I think he hurt his right ankle when he planted the foot even before the contact.
I think you're right. That's what it looked like.
And fortunately, Rutland able to walk to the bench. Let's go to Gary Danielson. Gary?
Mike, it was happened right in front of me. Rutland's knee gave way as he jumped. He was not hit. It happened, and I saw the expression on his face. His knee gave way just as he exploded into the jump. Very dangerous for a basketball player. You know that jumper knee, Clark.
Yeah, I know all about the knee problems. Hopefully it's nothing serious with Tony.
And, of course, the fans thought there was a foul on the play, but the replay showed clearly there was not. Berry trying to penetrate, tries the runner, and Duncan snatches another one. 18 rebounds for Tim Duncan. He has 52 in the 3 games of the tournament. Braswell. Here comes Berry, one of the rare chances to run. Harpring kicks it out to Marbury, wide open for the 3 and hit it. Stephon Marbury has 4 long-range jumpers, has 17 points. One of the sweetest freshmen to ever play here or anywhere else.
You've got that right. He's got fat game. And he's the only guy that brought his game for Georgia Tech so far.
Goolsby. Duncan working on Elisma, stepped out of bounds.
Ran out of room along the baseline. And you got those size 16s, 17s. It's tough to shoehorn that baseline as we look at Marbury in transition. Nice speed, good ball movement, and the results you want.
Harpring wants it low, can't get it. Instead, Elisma will go into the lane over Duncan. Got the roll. Very aggressive move by Eddie Elisma. Back to within 13. You don't see any panic on the Georgia Tech faces. Berry nearly took it from LaRue. This is Goolsby. Duncan where they would like him to be, 15 feet away. Ricky Pearl has hit his last 2 3-point shots and has 10. When he scores, this team is tough to beat.
And he didn't score yesterday, so you know he's a little salty about that, and he's looking to make a contribution when he gets a look.
From 3-point range, Wake is 8 out of 12. Maddox, nice spin move into the lane.
Well, the only thing about it, you know Georgia Tech has the capability of coming back. But, you know, comebacks are kind of like trying to set up that special evening with your significant other. Sometimes you go through so much trouble to get everything just right that when you get to the end of the deal, you can't close it out.
Duncan blocked by Elisma, kept it alive, goes back up and scores. I need to hear the rest of that story, where that comes from.
Well, let your imagination
right.
roll a little bit.
I got it.
Okay, all right.
But you're right. Duncan, 19 points, 19 rebounds. Maddox lost it on the way into the lane. Knocked away. Maddox has it back. LaRue. Ahead to Braswell. Duncan had Goolsby open, didn't see him in time. LaRue really worked hard to become a ball handler. And now he throws this one away. 54-38.
And Georgia Tech had a little run going, but stymied again by guess who? The big fella. Doing it all at both ends.
Did you catch the game last night?
Great game.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you have to eat?
Pound of beer-battered chicken strips and cheese fries.
You? Oh, watercress tea sandwich with just a sprig of parsley.
Should have had a Hungry Man Sports Grill. A whole pound of the sports grill grub men love. Hungry Man, it's good to be full.
Here's a fun fact.
Erected in 1963, the walnut stands 15 feet high.
I'll be in the car.
Go where you want with your free weekend from Avis.
Orca! Orca! Oh, I love Orca.
I thought you loved the humpback.
I recently changed my mind.
But I thought we established that the Orca was my...
Now rent for a week and get a free weekend to use later. Find our lowest prices at avis.com.
The comedy of the year has arrived.
You're the date doctor.
Call me Hitch.
Will Smith gives another outstanding performance.
We just... It's like...
Hitch, rated PG-13, now playing in theaters everywhere.
No one's got college hoops covered like ESPN News. From the conference championships to the big dance to the Final Four, ESPN News delivers the scores, stats, highlights, and expert analysis. Plus post-game interviews. End-to-end coverage of college hoops throughout March on ESPN News.
ESPN Classic caps off Black History Month with 3 days of excitement from America's oldest black college conference, the Ford CIAA Tournament live. Who will bring down the house? What team will win it all? It's a must-see event. 60 years of high-flying hoops continues as this year's top teams look to elevate the tradition. The 2005 Ford CIAA Basketball Tournament live. Coverage starts 1 Eastern Thursday on ESPN Classic.
Invacare, the world leader in home health care products, helps people get out and live their lives again. Invacare's complete line of powered mobility products are all designed to be comfortable, stylish, and easy to maneuver. Rediscover the fun you thought was long gone.
Hi, I'm Arnold Palmer with great news from Invacare. It's easier to get around than ever before. Invacare says, yes, you can. Do yourself a favor and call the number on your screen.
Call Mobility Products Unlimited today for a free information kit about any one of Invacare's powered mobility products. Call toll-free at 1-800-585-2497. That's 1-800-585-2497. You may qualify to apply for Medicare coverage or other insurance. We work with you to handle all the details. Call now to find out which Invacare Power Wheelchair is best for you. Call Mobility Products Unlimited today at 1-800-585-2497. Call now.
My team, Dr. Walt Carl, is with Tony Rutland right now. The first word is that it's a knee sprain. They're just calling it questionable, but it looked very dangerous to me when he exploded on that jump.
Boy, that would be horrible news for Wake Forest. They'll obviously need Rutland in the NCAA tournament. You'd hate to see the young man be disappointed by being hurt this late in the year.
No doubt about that. Let's hope it's just a slight sprain that he can recover from. If not today, then certainly by the time they tee it up next week.
He'll have a week. Walked off pretty well. Marbury, a long three.
Nothing but rope.
Back to 13. Stephon Marbury has hit 5 long-range shots. He has 20.
And you know what that's called, don't you? That's called in the gym range. Just anywhere in the building, and I can find a way to get it in the hole.
He is raining threes. Goolsby blocked by Alisma. Out of bounds to Georgia Tech.
Well, let's see how Wake Forest is able to handle the absence of Tony Rutland, who was playing so well. As you look at Goolsby trying to get to the hole. Good block by Alisma. Went up and got all ball. But Goolsby has played well. He scored over 30 points in his last 3 games. So he's been a significant contributor off the bench of late.
Marbury goes in, fouled by Duncan. Yesterday, Duncan had 4 personal fouls. That's his first today, as Georgia Tech has rarely challenged him. Marbury 10th in the ACC in free throw shooting.
Nice little backdoor cut here by Marbury. At least we're going to come up.
Marbury hits the first one. 21 points for the freshman from Brooklyn. Scored 62 points in the first 3 games so far.
There you take a look at Marbury's brothers and sisters. Eric there to the right. Marcia there in the middle. Zach on the left, the younger one. Now, you wouldn't have to have somebody tell you that was Stephon's brother, would you?
No.
Striking resemblance. And he's got pretty good game, too, I understand.
Hit the 10-minute mark. It's an 11-point game. Georgia Tech looking at near perfection. They're still in it, though.
Exactly. Good point, Mike. Despite all that Wake has done.
Braswell, great cut the dish from the big guy. Marbury back the other way. Saunders got the bucket. When they can push it, they're as good as anybody.
There you take a look at Rutland. He made it back out onto the court, and you're right about pushing it. If they can somehow create some open court opportunities, they can get back into it in a hurry. And Rutland has that sleeve on his right knee, which in my mind means he may try to give it a shot.
Duncan gets it deep.
Tell me he didn't do that, Mike. Tell me he didn't change hands midstream.
He's just got superb confidence, and why not? Virtually everything works. Marbury saved by Elisma. Barry goes to Harpering. Peral's given him some trouble out there. Harpering loses it going underneath. Saved by Elisma. Saunders pull-up jumper. Too strong. Harpering's got it underneath.
Look
nice
at him
run
work.
first.
Look at him work. And you're right. Peral gives him problems. I made the point earlier because he's just as quick and he's a little longer. So he can cover ground and still bother his shot, stay off of him and still bother his shot. But Harpering showing you that persistence pays on that offensive glass.
Duncan comes out high. Saunders gambled on Goolsby. Now the ball's loose, and there's Marbury. Tech can get it to single digits. Drew Barry for three. Got it!
He needed it, too.
Yes, he did. Didn't hesitate on the shot.
That's a good point because he struggled all game, but that's leadership. That's a fifth-year senior saying, hey, it's time to make a statement and we can get back in it. I'm not going to back away from this shot.
He had missed his first 7. Hits a pull-up 3 in rhythm to cut the lead to 8. This is remarkable.
Push the ball. You made the point earlier, and often when they can get it up and down a little bit, they can hurt you. There you see the signal. Three-pointer, folks, all day long.
And this is not to put all the onus on Drew Barry, the comparison of these numbers, but look what he's done in the wins, look what he's done in the losses. But you have to consider the performances of all the other players in with those numbers because his numbers go up as other people play well.
Exactly.
There's his mom. She has seen him have a truly brilliant point guard career at Georgia Tech.
And Drew is kind of a facilitator. The other guys look up to him.
Yes.
So they feed off of his energy and his production.
Right now, Georgia Tech trying to feed off of it. Defense, the block by Maddox. Boy, he thought he had all ball on that one. That'll be 4 on Michael Maddox.
Again, a called play. Dave Odom sensing momentum slipping away. Let's go to our franchise and get it to him in scoring position. And he drew a foul as Maddox playing behind him.
Rutland comes back in with that brace. Let's go to Gary.
Mike, I talked to Tony Rutland, and I asked him, could he go back in? And he said yes. As soon as it got down to 8 points, Dick Odom looked over to him. Are you ready? And Tony Rutland said, put me in.
Good to see him back.
No question.
The numbers on Duncan, 22 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, a couple of steals.
That is stuffing the stat sheet.
60 to 50, Wake by 10.
A short time ago, this woman was limited by her mobility. A month ago, this man wasn't even able to get around his house. These are people who chose freedom over restrictions, independence over limitations. They chose mobility. They chose the scooter store.
And this is a team of mobility experts that made it all happen.
Great news. You've been approved for payment.
Dr. Cruz, I'm calling on behalf of Marie Stanford.
And they can make it happen for you. If you're living with limited mobility, call the scooter store today. I promise no other company will work harder to make you mobile or do more to guarantee your total satisfaction.
I expected they'd help me file some paperwork with Medicare and my insurance. I never expected them to be so nice or to work so hard to get me a power chair at no cost to me.
Call today and let the scooter store work for you. If we pre-qualify you for a new scooter or power chair and Medicare denies your claim, the scooter store allows you to keep your scooter or power chair at no cost. That's the scooter store guarantee.
You don't qualify for Medicare?
No problem. We'll work with your insurance company, even help with financing. If there's a way, we'll find it.
When they delivered Mom's power chair, I expected they'd show her how to use it once or twice. That man stayed for hours. You can just tell they care.
Whatever it takes, as long as it takes, that's our guarantee.
Why do we go to such great lengths? Because making you mobile is our mission. We'll work with your doctor, we'll work with Medicare, and your private insurance. We'll even service your scooter anywhere in the country. So call the Scooter Store today.
Find out what great lengths the Scooter Store will go to for you.
Improve your mobility and your life. Call 1-800-587-4614 for your free, no-obligation information from the Scooter Store. Call to find out if you pre-qualify for a brand new power chair or scooter. That number again is 1-800-587-4614. 1-800-587-4614.
On the last dream job.
He's the man right now.
He's had an excellent season.
Over the two times, y'all did not get the job done.
America cuts Gerald Wilkins. This week, no one is safe as the pressure rises. Dream Job, an all-new episode, Sunday night at 10 on ESPN.
Wheel Classics Extra. Sports Flicks plus info and facts about the movie and its stars. Sunday, James Earl Jones.
I'm in the prime of my life.
Stars in The Great White Hope. Wheel Classics Extra, 8 Eastern Sunday on ESPN Classic.
The storyline from Greensboro, Wake, 8 out of 12 from 3. Tim Duncan, 23 and 19 with still 7:53 to go. Georgia Tech has hit 47% of the threes. Marbury has carried the scoring load. He's been brilliant from outside, 5 out of 7.
There you see Stephon Marbury and the improvement he's made in his game from the beginning of the season to now in terms of recognizing that he had to fit in, blend in, get off the gas pedal on occasion, and still have the freedom to get his offense has really been a significant part of the improvement in Georgia Tech's season.
Very short-armed that last jump shot.
You know, sometimes, to paraphrase a Bible passage, sometimes you have to lose your life to save it. In other words, sometimes you have to lose a little bit of yourself within the team concept in order for the team to be the best that it can be. And that's what happened with Georgia Tech, I think. They realized that, hey, we've got some talent, but they weren't on the same page. Everybody was a little too worried about themselves. Well, they've lost themselves in the team concept, and they've been one of the hottest teams in basketball because of it.
Marbury is bumped by Braswell. That'll be his first foul. I think you're absolutely right. When they were 6 and 7 at the end of December, just about everybody wrote them off, and they had a team meeting and talked about it, and they've come out smoking ever since.
They had multiple team meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a couple of mini conventions, but it worked. And guys got together and recognized roles, and the rest is history, at least till this point.
Saunders was reluctant to take the three. Marbury goes inside to Maddox, kicks it back to Saunders for 3. Won't go. Ronnie Shavlik's 54 rebound and a tournament record has just been tied by Tim Duncan. It goes all the way back to 1955. And this is going to be an offensive foul on who?
Goolsby. I think he got the chicken wing out, Mike. There you take a look at the record.
Let's go to Gary Danielson. Gary?
Mike, another report. Tony Rutland just came off, told Dave Oldham he cannot play. He's out.
Oh, that's a shame. He's got the ice bag on the knee. Hopefully, with a week's rest, he will be fine. Marbury from way downtown. Out of bounds, the ball will go back to Tech. Right now, Georgia Tech needs the big hoop. They're down by 10 with 6:39. They keep toying with it, but they've got to make the run. Marbury for 3. Ouch. You could hear that one.
I don't think it has to be a 3 either, Mike.
No.
The big hoop. I think they just need a productive possession. Doesn't have to be a triple.
And then keep up the defensive intensity.
Wake Forest has 5 fouls.
Great pass to Maddox. He missed it, but Saunders tipped it in. It's an 8-point game.
They still need another basket or two to get it down to 6 or below to really get Wake Forest on their heels.
This is as close as it's been since it was 31-24. LaRue. Leave me alone, I'll bury it. Back to 10. There's his wife and son.
Tammy and Riley hanging out.
62-52 with 5:56 to go. The young man born the 31st of January. she actually won more letters and honors in high school in athletics than her husband did. It's a 10-point game, 5:56 to go.
Every Wednesday night, live games are on ESPN Classic. Warning, do not adjust your television. We're turning back the clock. Throwback graphics, announcers, maybe even retro fans.
Far out, man.
Tonight, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers take on Chris Thomas and Notre Dame. It's a Big East battle, beamed live to your couch, old school style. Turn back the clock, live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN Classic.
March means basketball, and no one's got college hoops covered like ESPN News. From the men's and women's conference championships to the big dance to the Final Four, ESPN News delivers the scores, stats, highlights, and expert analysis. Every tournament, every game, plus post-game interviews and news conferences. The perennial beasts, the Cinderellas, and every team in between. Your source throughout March for end-to-end coverage of college hoops is ESPN News.
If I wear black, even a little dandruff shows. And my old dandruff shampoo wasn't doing enough. So I switched to Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo. Doctor recommended for flakes and itch with aloe and moisturizers for healthier hair and scalp. Never wear black without the blue.
Selsun Blue.
Here's big news on term life insurance. Matrix Direct now offers quality coverage from American General Life, one of the nation's strongest and most highly rated insurance companies. American General Life will be there when you need protection most. A 40-year-old man can get a $250,000 policy for less than $13 a month. Call now for your free quote. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation.
Call Matrix Direct today for your free quote. 1-800-353-2397.
Own a timeshare, turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price in just a few weeks.
We couldn't believe it.
Own a campground membership, turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only sold our campground membership fast.
And for the price we wanted.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency.
We represent properties from the biggest names in the timeshare industry.
When it comes to selling, renting, or buying timeshares, no one comes close to Timeshares Only.
With over $2 billion of timeshares sold in the last 6 months, now's the perfect time to sell, rent, or buy. And no one sells more timeshares than we do.
We work with Timeshares Only.
And our timeshare was rented before the next monthly payment was due.
You owe it to yourself to work with the best. Timeshares Only, the most trusted name in timeshares.
Call 800-789-0044 to sell, rent, or buy your timeshare and get your free information kit. Don't delay. Call 800-789-0044 now.
Still a 10-point lead, 5:56 left.
And Rusty LaRue just gave Wake Forest a little more breathing room. Marbury's momentum carries him away from LaRue. He wasn't able to put the brakes on. Nobody came to help him out, and LaRue, recognizing he had a wide-open 12-footer,
let's go to Gary Danielson. Gary?
Mike, I'm with Tammy LaRue and little Riley LaRue here. And Tammy, he's got 7 games already he's seen.
Yeah, 7 games.
And in 5 weeks, if he continues at this pace, he'll see nearly 1,500 games before he's 21. That's more than Dick Vitale.
All right.
And he's got more hair, too.
With the hair, but he's got a lot.
Mike.
All right, Gary, thanks. And thank you, Tammy.
Boy, what a special feeling that is to have that newborn life in your midst and the responsibility of that.
Reach-in foul by LaRue. That will be his 4th, and he was playing defense with his hands and arms that time. Hey, excuse me. Well, they'll give him 3. And that was the 6th team foul. The next will put the Jackets in the bonus.
Well, with that
checks back in.
With that being the case, Mike, I think Georgia Tech has to think about trying to drive it again.
Harpering for 3. It's a 7-point game.
I meant drive it in from the 3-point line. That's what I meant.
Of course you did.
But really, they do have a significant advantage here, Georgia Tech. They've only got 3 team fouls, and therefore they can be very aggressive while the next Wake Forest foul sends them to the line.
Duncan working on a Leisman, nearly lost the ball. Travel? No, foul. The Wake Forest fans have got to be sitting in this Coliseum saying to themselves, what's wrong with this picture? We are playing superbly. I mean, we're just playing incredibly, and we're up by 7?
Yeah, that's just a tremendous... It really is. I mean, it's amazing that Georgia Tech is right here. I mean, they're well within striking distance.
Wake is shooting 63%. They're hitting threes. Duncan's been brilliant, and they can't put it away.
See, that's what Leisman has to do. Try to push Tim Duncan off the block. Boy, they're really working inside.
This is his favorite spot. Got such a soft touch. Even when it doesn't look great going up, it goes in. Berry. Left it for Saunders. Oh, what a pass.
What a grab, too. I mean, that ball was suspended for about a half, two counts there.
It's like hockey when you leave, just go across the line and leave it.
Good job by Saunders to come in there and get it and then get it to the hole.
Marbury trying to pick LaRue's pocket. LaRue takes him down the lane with a left hand. What Eastern Warriors going after each other here. Berry back the other way. Goes for the jam, and he's fouled.
Keep your eyes up, folks. This one has picked up speed. Look at these guys work. Duncan goes from side to side. Doesn't get it on that side of the block. Now he goes to his favorite side, his sweet side. Drop into that left shoulder, extend and shoot the jump hook. The favorable bounce. Now Berry knows he's got company, decides to try to punch it, and made a good decision going strong to the rack to draw the foul.
4 fouls on Ricky Peral. Berry misses the first free throw. He's an 80% shooter. What the Big Three have done as far as the tournament is concerned, and today you see Berry's numbers way down.
Well, that foul put Wake Forest over the limit. Georgia Tech still has a couple to give, but the point I brought up earlier about how much this trying to come back take out of you, we'll see evidence of that here in the next 3 or 4 minutes possibly.
Peral with a long rebound on the miss by LaRue. Now Peral will kick it back outside. We're inside 4 minutes.
You're trying to come back. You got to play good defense. You got to get every rebound. Everything has to almost be perfect for you.
And oftentimes, just when you get back, you're out of gas. Duncan with a jumper. Tim Duncan with 27 points. 20 boards. Great pass to Harpering from Berry. Georgia Tech will not fold. This is like Frazier and L.E.
They're going right at it, toe-to-toe. The difference is the cushion Wake Forest was able to establish early on.
So far, Wake has hit them with everything they can, and Georgia Tech won't go down. Braswell. Nice drive, spins it up, won't go. Tipped outside, saved by LaRue.
Last 2 possessions, second shot. When you're trying to come back, you got to get all those loose balls. Now you give them another 35 seconds to work the clock, and they'll get it to Duncan this time. He'll touch it.
Bobby Crimmins was up stomping his foot because he saw the opportunity slip away. 2:37 and counting.
Big fella's touching this one. He's
Shot
touching this one, fellas.
13. Kicks it out. 7 on the clock. LaRue, it's a 3. Got the bounce! What a shot! Rusty LaRue with 14. Marbury tries to get it over Duncan. Duncan with a rebound. He has set the tournament rebounding record and tied the single game in a championship record. What a performance. Dave Odom wants a timeout. That might be the MVP, you think?
ESPN Classic caps off Black History Month with 3 days of excitement from America's oldest black college conference, the Ford CIAA Tournament 5. Who will bring down high-flying hoops continues as this year's top teams look to elevate the tradition. The 2005 Ford CIAA Basketball Tournament, live. Coverage starts 1 Eastern Thursday on ESPN Classic. Sunday nights on ESPN Classic. Experience your favorite sports movies in a whole new way. It's Real Classics Extra. While you're watching these classic sports flicks, our bottom line is giving you info, facts, and just about anything you ever wanted to know about the movie and its stars. Once you catch Extra, you'll never look at sports movies the same way again. All right! Real Classics Extra, Sunday nights, only on ESPN Classic.
Sameness, you can still maintain your identity. I'm free! I'm free! Saab. Distinctively designed, independently inspired.
Honey, does this make me look fat?
You betcha.
In the time it takes to pull out the sleeper sofa, you could save hundreds on car insurance. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Can your glue do this or this? Wonder Glue can, but it won't save you any money on car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Why haven't you called Geico?
The ACC Championship game, only 2:02 left to go, and Rusty LaRue's three-point shot may have been the backbreaker. It puts Wake Forest back up 71-60. Tim Duncan, a mortal lock for the MVP of the 1996 ACC Championship game. He has simply been stunning throughout the tournament. 19-15 the first game against Virginia, 22-19 against Clemson. 27 and 21 today with 6 assists thrown in and 55 rebounds. Breaks a 41-year-old tournament rebounding record. He is a special player.
No doubt about it. Those are some unbelievable numbers for an outstanding young man. And boy, I know the buttons are bursting there. Mr. Duncan, his daughter Cheryl, Tim's sister. That's got to be a great, great feeling to see somebody on your family tree come out and perform like he has all season long, but certainly in the last 3 games in this tournament. Heck, he had the MVP from me 6 minutes into today's game.
Yes, he did. Eddie Elisman would have voted for him. Foul on the backcourt. Georgia Tech needs to get it into the bonus situation to force Wake to shoot free throws. They throw it away. Elisman, instead, the foul will go the other way on Allen.
Well, you don't want that if you're Wake Forest. But you know,
Dave Odom is calling Allen over saying, hey, when the clock runs, it's our advantage.
Well, you got to give Georgia Tech an awful lot of credit. I mean, Wake Forest has just played. I don't know who would have beat them today.
No. This was, to me, this was the best game. I've seen Wake several times. It's the best game I saw them play this year. And they had some marvelous games at the beginning of the season. They did not play particularly well against Massachusetts when they played them. Peral did not play well. Tim Duncan did not have his best game.
That was his only single-digit scoring game of the year.
Missed free throw tipped out to Marbury. Harpering. It's a 2. 71-63. Georgia Tech gets a timeout. And look at this. The Harpering family celebrating as they are back within 8. It has been, when you talk about the psychology of competition, this has been a real gut check for Georgia Tech, and they have passed.
They really have, no doubt about it. I mean, they've played like a team that's won 9 straight. They've played like a confident club. Wake has just been up to the challenge. Anytime they've mounted any kind of little run, Wake has responded. So what you've got really is two championship caliber teams. One got off to the great start, and the other team just continued to fight and fight, but maybe the hole too deep to overcome.
The power ratings came out this morning. The new index, Georgia Tech and Wake Forest listed 8th and 9th in the power ratings.
That looks fitting.
Georgia Tech not ranked that high simply because they had such a horrible start.
But they had a brutal schedule, too.
Didn't they?
I mean, people want to talk about losing to Santa Clara and Bradley, but those are two pretty good clubs.
Trying to put the pressure on, they throw it away. The pick by Elisma gets it to Berry. Georgia Tech with time. Berry knocked down, no call. Marbury kicks it out to Maddox for 3. Holy cow! It's got to 5. Do you believe this?
No, I don't.
I'm almost beside myself. 71-66. Georgia Tech finding a way to get back in it.
Have you ever wanted to develop your artistic abilities? If so, you may already have the interest and desire needed to become a serious art student. To find out, simply call toll-free, and Art Instruction Schools will send you this enjoyable art test. There's no cost or obligation. Take the test at home in your spare time and mail it to us when you're done. Our experts will review and score your test. Since 1914, we've helped thousands of aspiring artists become more skilled, more confident, and more creative in their art. Whether you're interested in realism or fantasy, figure drawing or cartooning, you can pursue your vision under the expert guidance of our talented instructors. Call today for your free art test. We'll help you become a better artist. Call 1-800-883-5995.
For good health, I like to stay in shape.
And speaking of shapes, check out the shape of our Craftmatic adjustable bed. If you're concerned about the shape you're in, call toll-free and get this free Craftmatic catalog by mail.
You'll also receive this special $200 off rebate certificate, good for $200 off the Craftmatic Model 1 bed of your choice. To receive everything free,
call toll-free. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call toll-free, 1-800-883-5995.
Every Wednesday night, live games are on ESPN Classic. Warning, do not adjust your television. We're turning back the clock. Throwback graphics, announcers, maybe even retro fans.
Far out, man.
Tonight, the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers take on Chris Thomas and Notre Dame. It's a Big East battle, beamed live to your couch, old school style. Turn back the clock, live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight on ESPN Classic.
What are you setting your sights on? And when you see it, will you be ready? Just pick up the phone, dial 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll get this free DVD. You'll learn about the hundreds of opportunities the Army can offer you. Skills, education, healthcare. Call 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll also get this free Boonie hat. Whatever you're looking for, the Army can help you find it.
Do you know how much your home is worth? Would you like to turn your equity into cash you can use for any purpose? Just log on to ditech.com for your free online e-appraisal. Right now we're offering a low fixed-rate home equity loan with a flat fee of just $49. And you can borrow up to 100% of your home's value and close your loan quickly and easily. Find out why so many other lenders are saying, lost another loan to Ditech. Log on or call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Take a look at this last play, Clark.
Well, we're going to take a look at Tim Duncan. He's right here. Maddox has just gone out to the corner. Marbury just going to dribble over here and then make the pass to Maddox. Look at the ground that Duncan has to try to recover. So here he is. There's Maddox right there. And even Duncan at 6'11" and with good speed and reach, unable to get there in time.
Big-time shot by Maddox. Georgia Tech, 6 points in the last 25 seconds.
Well, this is where Wake Forest has missed Tony Rutland. The pressure has bothered them a little bit here as they've turned it over. No need. Oh, I don't know if you need to foul there. I don't know if that
I don't think he was trying to.
Right,
okay.
Just
going for the pressure.
Right, yeah.
Rutland on the bench, out with that knee injury, and certainly they had a much bigger lead when he was in there. He had just been sensational from three-point range, but it was almost at the point when LaRue hit the three to make it an 11-point game with 2 minutes to go. It looked like it was over, but now it's down to 5 with 1:24 left, and Braswell is going to have to leave the court because he had blood on his shirt. Looks like they may have wiped it off, and he'll be all right as long as he's not bleeding and they can get the blood off the shirt. He's all right. Now they're going to check.
Looks like he still has a little bit on his chin.
Larry Rose says he's got a cut on his chin. This is where this rule could really have serious consequences. If you have to go out, you've got a little nick or a cut, the game goes on without a key player.
Yeah.
It's got to
well,
be
I think it's
scary.
important. I mean, in terms of the blood issue, you want to make sure you deal with that. So
sure. But you hate to see some little insignificant cut take a player out at a crucial time in a game. And now it's going to come down to free throws. Goolsby goes to the line. Been there very rarely all year long. Missed it. Here comes Barry on the run. LaRue is back. LaRue bumps him. He'll get the foul. Barry nearly pulled a three-point play out of it. If he makes both free throws, it's a three-point game.
At the 2-minute mark, it was an 11-point game. So we've played 42 seconds since then. As you look at LaRue bumping into Drew Barry there. And Georgia Tech has a chance to have scored 8 points in 42 seconds.
Unbelievable. Barry is 2 out of 4 of the line. Braswell back on the court. The numbers on Barry has 9 assists. Big free throw.
Well,
Drew Barry in this tournament, excuse me, Clark, with 8 assists in the first game, then 6, then 9. Oh, and his mom, how tough is that? Missed the second free throw, so it's a 4-point game. Duncan dribbles through the trap, lost the ball. Goolsby, or Braswell, now they're going to have to foul. And Wake got a timeout with 1:05 left, 23 on the shot clock.
Inside every can of Minwax is the secret to enhancing wood's natural beauty. Minwax rich wood stains and long-lasting protective finishes make it easy to turn any house into a beautiful home. Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful.
Brilliant abs.
Ingenious abs.
These workout professionals know that science gives us a smarter, easier way to get tight, sexy abs.
Introducing the amazing new Ab Lounge, scientifically designed to make the crunch as we know it a thing of the past. Ab Lounge gets you up off the floor, strengthening and toning your abdominals using the biomechanically advanced Ab Lounge Jackknife, proven in university testing to be better for your body.
It's as easy to do as a crunch, but the efficient Ab Lounge design makes every move really count, targeting your abs without wasted effort. And because Ab Lounge gets you up off the floor, you have a wider range of motion, allowing you to stretch beyond 180 degrees for ultimate results.
With the advanced science of Ab Lounge, you're not working harder, you're working smarter. You're not straining your neck and back with old-fashioned crunches. You're up off the floor in padded comfort, building a sleeker, sexier you, and taking off inches the smart way.
I have this one pair of jeans. After just 8 weeks, my fat jeans don't really fit anymore.
I lost 14 pounds. I also lost inches on my waist and went down 2 pant sizes.
Built with a rolled steel frame, the Ab Lounge can support up to 275 pounds. Custom foot pedals adjust to match your height, and it quickly folds in stores just about anywhere.
Ab Lounge is so easy, almost anyone can use it. With Ab Lounge, your head, neck, and back are always supported.
When you compare the Ab Lounge to a standard crunch, well, there just is no comparison.
The advanced Ab Lounge Jackknife generates up to 75% more muscle activity in the upper and lower abdominals, and an amazing 268% more in the love handle obliques.
Call now, and you can try the Ab Lounge in your home for a full 30 days for just $14.95.
Order today, and we'll throw in the shipping for free.
If you don't agree that the Ab Lounge is the best way to tighten and tone your abs, just send it back within the 30 days for a refund of your $14.95. No questions asked.
What have you got to lose? Only the inches around your waist.
Finding your way through the financial maze can be difficult. That's why... let us help you reach your goal.
On the last dream job.
He's the man right now.
He's had an excellent season.
Over the two times,
y'all did not get the job done. America cuts Gerald Wilkins.
This week, no one is safe as the pressure rises. Dream Job, an all-new episode, Sunday night at 10 on ESPN.
ESPN Classic caps off Black History Month with 3 days of excitement from America's oldest black college conference, the Ford CIAA Tournament Live. Who will bring down the house? What team will win it all? It's a must-see event. 60 years of high-flying hoops continues as this year's top teams look to elevate the tradition. The 2005 Ford CIAA Basketball Tournament live. Coverage starts 1 Eastern Thursday on ESPN Classic.
23 on the shot clock. Goolsby was the guy they fouled the last time. He had been 8 out of 12 on the year, including the tournament. And here is the reset. Wake Forest, the next foul would put them in the double bonus. Georgia Tech in the 1-1 after 7 fouls for Wake.
Pressure has bothered Wake Forest here lately.
Yes, it has.
Partly because they don't have one of their main ball handler on the floor, Tony Rutland, because of that knee injury he sustained earlier in the half.
And Wake is 4 out of 9 from the free throw line. Normally an excellent free throw shooting team. And he stepped in the backcourt. There's the turnover. Goolsby stepped across the line.
Well, you can see that he's just not comfortable handling the ball. The trap was in the ideal position. There it is right there. There it is, folks.
A 2-possession game.
You don't need a 3, obviously. Drive it, try to draw a foul. If you get a wide open look, you take it.
Maddox! Holy cow, they're within 1!
You don't do anything but defend now.
LaRue, cross court, and there's the foul on Maddox. He didn't want to do it. Maddox is going to foul out of the ballgame.
Oh, that's true. That's huge. I mean, they're still in good position, but the last thing you wanted to do was give them a chance to get a basket at the free throw line. They've been out of sync because of the pressure. They're a little worried now. The game has changed dramatically, and then you give a guy a chance to get to the line.
Clark, I am still on the edge of being stunned by this because Wake Forest has shot the ball so brilliantly, and yet here's Georgia Tech within a point.
Well, a three-point shot, obviously, in this last stretch, as you look at Georgia Tech's bench react to the 3 by Maddox. But we talked about it earlier, the three-point shot, an unbelievable equalizer, and then here in the last stretch, they've been able to pressure a little bit, and in the second half, Mike, Georgia Tech has gotten a couple of transition opportunities. So things have started to go their way, and you can't overlook the absence of Tony Rutland, who was really doing great damage and is a key ball handler against any kind of pressure that Wake Forest would face.
Tech has hit 12 of 26 three-point shots. Braswell goes to the line. In the regular year, 3rd in the ACC. Today, only 4 out of 9. These are huge. Braswell drains that one. 71.4% free throw shooter. Even better a year ago when he was over 80. This would make it a 3-point lead. And does. Tech can tie with a 3. Bobby Crimmins calls out the play. Marbury takes it inside and scores. They're down by 1. The shot clock is off. And here's a foul on Marbury. So they decided to go that route. Let's go try to get to 2. If you're fouled on the drive, maybe you can make it a 3-point play and then come back and put them at the free throw line.
And with this much time, that's the way to play it, I think. Too often you see teams start trying to shoot the 3. You don't need that in a 1-possession game with this much time on the clock. What you need is quick score, whether it be a 2 or a 3.
Put a tough guy at the line, though. 3 straight, nothing but the bottom of the net.
You know, Wake Forest made 9 of 17 free throws in their loss to Georgia Tech this year, so the free throw situation was crucial in that game, and obviously the same here today.
He's hit 4 in a row. It's a 3-point game again. Now do you go for the 3?
If you get a good one, yeah.
Blocked by Duncan. 25.1 left.
Marbury trying the same move. He can take Braswell off the dribble. Shook him up, got to the hole. Good help by Duncan. You're looking at the triple now, I think.
Marbury muscles his way in, will draw the foul.
Well, they're just opening it up for Stephon Marbury. And you talk about determination being a winner. What he has is explosive quickness and strength once he gets inside.
Explosive is the perfect word.
No question. Because he gets by you in a blink, and then he's able to take contact in the paint area. He struggled from the line, though, during the regular season, at least in ACC play.
He's hit all 3 today. Make it 4. He has 25 points. It can be a one-point game again with 19-4 left.
There's something about these kind of kids that are so determined and focused. You have to forget about what the numbers say.
Yes, sir.
In these situations, heart, pride, and focus comes into play.
They want the ball.
No question. See, I would try to defend here for 3 or 4 seconds and see if you can force some kind of turnover and then commit a foul.
Inbounds to Duncan. They'll foul him. Duncan, in the second half of the season, he was a better free throw shooter last year and the start of this year. He has struggled a little bit at the line as the season winds down. 68-7 on the year, but he's 3 out of 4 today.
And another point to make is Georgia Tech has made this unbelievable comeback. They've done it in a methodical fashion, but because of the pressure, as you look at Marbury and Drewberry, because of the pressure that Georgia Tech was able to apply, Tim Duncan didn't get a lot of touches during that little 3 or 4 minute segment there.
If he makes them both, it is a 3-point game. Georgia Tech can still tie. That one's short.
No legs. It was all arms there. No legs in the shot. Look at somebody's coaching him there. Telling him to get it up and over.
Too strong. Georgia Tech with a chance to go ahead. Oh, man, what a game.
They're going to try to clear it out, let him drive it. They're just opening it up for Stephon. He's got to be ready to make a pass.
Duncan's waiting for him. Marbury hit the side of the back support out of bounds. 2.3 seconds to go. Really had to force that one up. Wake led by 18 points with 14-11 to go in the ball game. Really the first, I think, bad shot he's taken all day.
It was. You admire his desire to want the ball. No question you like that. But because he had been so successful the last couple of times, I think it would have been nice for him to look to be a decoy there, penetrate with the idea of creating something for somebody else. As you take a look at the bench.
Boy, nice defense by Braswell, too, who had been eaten up a couple of times and really stayed in front of him. Bobby Crimmins stopping the clock, and now it's going to take a steal or some other kind of miracle to let Georgia Tech get back in this game. They're out of timeouts. Wake has 1 left.
Boy, what a game he's had, though. Folks will look at that last second shot. He just got to keep his chin up. I mean, he was a big reason why Georgia Tech was able to hang around, and his teammates joined in the party late.
The big 3 for Georgia Tech have had a brilliant run here, but they may come up a point short. Wake Forest trying to repeat as ACC tournament champions. There haven't been many. It goes back to 1982 when North Carolina did it. Then the Tar Heels in the late 60s had won 3 in a row. Duke with a pair. Wake Forest back in 61 and 62 when our buddy Billy Packer played there. And NC State back in the mid-50s. But it has been a long, long time, and Wake Forest would be one of only 2 teams that's ever done it twice. Tim Duncan, 27 points, 21 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 blocks. Stephon Marbury, his star counterpart on the other side, with 26. But that last bucket, you know, the one that didn't go in, is the one that he'll be thinking about. 2.3 left. You need a steal or maybe a foul even before the ball comes in. And you get the foul before the ball comes in. I like that strategy.
Trying to maximize the little time that's left.
because Wake cannot put it away. They're up by 1.
You'll have to go a long way in 2.3 to get that three-point shot up if, in fact, both free throws go down.
Some coaches like an intentional miss in this situation because the clock runs. You can't throw the 94-foot pass. Of course, this is why these guys get 5-year contracts and all that, and why they get fired, too. Here's the Deacon story in free throws. First 3 years in a row, they dropped to third, but still an excellent team percentage of over 70. Goolsby at the line, 0 for 1 today. Short. The hearts are pounding.
Yours and mine, right?
Yes, sir. This has been special, as it always seems to be. Goolsby short on the second one. Barry needs a miracle. Let's fly. Online, but too strong, and Wake Forest repeats as ACC champion.
What a game. What a game.
Today's win courtesy of Tim Duncan, who will undoubtedly be the MVP of the ACC tournament. What a show from Greensboro. The ACC puts it on every year. You wonder if it can possibly get any better. It always seems to do just that. For Clark Kellogg, Gary Danielson, and our entire crew, as always, it's been a pleasure from the ACC. This is Mike Patrick. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Turn back the clock. Live, Rutgers versus Notre Dame, 8 p.m. tonight.